Logan, first of all, congratulations on being our Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week. Let's talk a little bit about your night on Friday night. You guys got a big win, and you had a big night with 4 touchdowns from your wide receiver position. Let's kind of start in the beginning. Punt return kind of got you going. Kind of talk to us a little bit about how that worked for you.
We go into like basically every game, and we know that a punt return can do big things for our momentum and really drain their momentum out. And my blocking got set up really well, and there was a few key blocks, and I just kept on running and used my speed.
Now, are you pretty good at that? I mean, is that something you do a lot? You mentioned earlier we were talking that you didn't think they might even kick to you, but they ended up doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I love returning punts. I mean, I can see the field really well, and the blocking's set perfectly the way the coaches have it, and it works out a lot for us.
Now, you also had a couple of pass reception touchdowns, including one with a little trickeration. Kind of tell us about the double pass that worked out for you for about 50 yards.
We put it in the day before our game, and Devontae underthrew me by about 20 yards, and then we came out there and he threw it about 50 yards, and it worked out for us. I caught up to it somehow. I don't know how I caught up to it, but.
So when you were out there, you were thinking you might have to come back to the ball because of what happened in practice, and then he cut it loose. Do you have kind of a gear where you can kind of downshift sometimes to get after it?
Yeah, sometimes. I try. It's hard to slow down, but I try to.
Now, one of the other touchdowns you had was later, kind of a big moment in the game when they kind of cut the lead down a little bit, and you guys pulled a little end around out, so you got one on a punt return, you got 2 touchdown passes, and then you added a rushing touchdown. Kind of talk about that play for us.
We've had that in for a while, and we ran it once earlier this season, and then we ran it that night, and finally we scored on it because we've been looking to score on it for a long time now. And it's just basically a simple reverse play.
Now talk a little bit about the Smoky Bears this year. You guys are off to a pretty good start, especially in district play. Are you doing about what you thought you did? Did you have high expectations coming in?
Yeah, I mean, we look for everything at one game at a time, and we know we can go deep in the postseason. We know we got the athletes we can go deep in the postseason with, but we're just going to look at one game at a time and not try to overlook any opponent.
Now offensively, tell me about some of the other guys. Obviously you had 4 touchdowns, but you guys scored a bunch of points Friday night. You guys have a pretty balanced offense. You got quite a few weapons out there.
Yeah, Luke stepped up this year, and he's big for us right now. And then
now tell me who Luke is.
Luke Manning, our quarterback.
Okay, there you go.
And we got a really balanced attack. Like, we can run the ball, we can pass the ball. And it's hard for teams to scheme around us because then we run that up-tempo, no-huddle offense trying to get plays off in like 25 seconds. And it works out really well for us, and we got the athletes that can run that kind of offense.
Now, as a wide receiver, I've always wondered, do you like that up-tempo, or does it get kind of tough? I mean, do they get you in and out of the game to get you some rest, or you just have to be in great shape?
They'll get us some breaks sometimes, but then we have practices where before it's called SAQs, and it's basically our conditioning. But it's fun because sometimes the defensive backfield doesn't get set, and then it causes open passes, and it works for receivers.
I know I used to play defense, and we didn't have this type of no-huddle back in the 70s, but when they did the 2-minute drill, I used to hate it. Do you feel like the defense sometimes looks up and goes, oh gosh, here we go again?
Yeah. Like, I know, like, we'll watch the defenses, and then you can tell if they're getting tired or not because their hands start going out on their knees or something. And we know that we're getting into them to where they're getting tired, and we know we can push the ball a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's great. So as far as next year, kind of talk to me a little bit. I know you got some big plans for college ball.
Yeah, I committed in July to Furman University, and I'm going to try to keep it on purple and white and try not to change anything, and I'm going to try to be big over there too.
Well, hopefully you'll have a great finish to your high school career, and best of luck next year.
All right, thank you.